Last year, we asked you to help us fund some very specific initiatives with respect to the fund in need, and you did. Thank you. This year, we're asking you to participate in the same way. And what I mean by that is there are a number of initiatives that need to be funded now because learning has changed, whether it's partly remote and partly in person. The curriculum that it takes to exercise that type of learning and teaching is different, and it probably will never go back to being the same again. So again, we need to make that investment. Also, remember that Tacoma Baptist Schools was voted best in the South Sound for a reason, and it's partly because of these fantastic teachers, but they need the tools to be successful in teaching your students and your children in the best way possible. So to talk a little bit about that, I wanted to introduce you to my very favorite science teacher, Mike.
Hi there, I'm Mike Sandifer, and I am the department chair for the Science and Math Department here at Tacoma Baptist. You know, every school has certain goals, and obviously every school has goals around academics. Here at TBS, ours are a little bit broader. We want to make sure that we are partnering with you as their families, as the local churches, to make sure that we are growing people who are disciples of Jesus. We want them to be growing in faith and maturity, as well as growing in their academics. Also, that they can be successful in life. And it's all of life that we're looking at in terms of their success. There are ups and downs and challenges that come their way. And so we want you to know that we are with you in this. At the same time, as teachers, there are tools that we use in our classroom that sometimes need replacing, and some of that is curriculum. It's always challenging. Every school faces it. Things begin to wear out. You can only tape a binding on a book so many times before you have to just say, yeah, that one's done. There are new versions that come out, new supplemental tools that are provided to us. And so as part of wanting to make sure that we're giving you, your kids, the best education possible, it is important that we update our curriculum every so often. And that does present challenges sometimes, because as we all have seen in the world around us, curriculum can be a touchy issue. There are things that get rolled out that you're kind of like, why is that? It even makes it into movies, as Mr. Incredible complained. How can they change math? Math is math. You're right, math is math, and we want to make sure that our kids know how to do good math. At the same time, as a science teacher, I will tell you that there are things in our classrooms that, man, they get old. They just get worn out. They're well loved, and that's okay. But we also, need to replace it sometimes, whether or not it's microscopes, dissection kits, simple chemistry tools. Even in here, as we're sitting here in the chemistry lab, we face the challenge of, are we making sure that this is a safe place? So things like good ventilation, good vent hoods for chemistry experiments, making sure that we have the right things in terms of probes and other things, so that we can make sure your kids are learning the best about this world that God created. Because that's really what science is all about. Asking great questions and exploring to learn more about the world that God created. And so, here at TBS, we're asking that you would help us in this endeavor. Help us to make sure that we've got up-to-date equipment, that we have good curriculum, that we're keeping pace so that your kids are on not just an equal standing with their peers and local schools, but that they've got a leg up. Because again, we want to make sure that they've got the best education possible, and that's why we're here. Thank you.